Hi, I'm Kaylee Killingsworth Hayes. I'm in the pastoral cohort for Arlington Central Church. And when I was in college, I went to Collin College, go Cougs, and then UTA, Mav Up, and then helped with the Arlington Central Church plant. So I work in the arts industry in DFW. I mostly take theatrical and teaching gigs. And my current contract that has been kind of ongoing is with the Laughter League as a medical clown. So our work there is therapeutic comedy, and the goal is hopefully to give kids a little bit of play, agency, make their stay in the hospital a little less miserable. It's a pretty heavy work environment, and my coworkers all have their own ways of coping, their own spiritual outlooks. You would think that my ministry would mostly be with the kids and families, but it's very hard. I've not found a great way to share the gospel with a red nose on. So more so just the work itself is my way of trying to bless and bring light into a heavy situation, and then trying to release it to God and say, I trust you with these people. However, most of the ministry that I do is actually with my coworkers. It's very relational. I've been with them, it's about 9 people for 3-ish years. And I feel like I've gotten to really just be a part of their lives and get to know them and have a lot of candid and spiritual conversations. One of the most recent ones is one of my coworkers that recently told me she was reading the Bible, which is super exciting. She said God told her to read it in a dream, multiple dreams, and this was surprising to her because she's a practicing witch. She was very excited to tell me and ask me all these questions and her thoughts on stuff and all of her opinions, and it's been really cool. God's been putting it on my heart that I need to internalize his truth and stories about Jesus and just things about his character, scriptures, so that it flows more freely in conversation. Because my tendency is just to listen and nod and be a good listener, be a good friend. Sometimes I'll come out of the conversation and then be like, oh, that reminds me of this Bible verse, or I'll be reading it later. So just internalizing those things and almost putting on that armor. So when I go into those conversations, kind of go on the front line, just have that written on my heart already. So it just kind of naturally outflows. I definitely see myself as an ambassador in the arts industry. There are not many Christians in the entertainment industry. And there's a lot of people that have a lot of church hurt. I feel like I get to be a positive person that professes Jesus in their life, even if it's for a short time or for a longer time, and it builds a friendship. That's what I hope. And I think God's taught me that I just need to be very upfront and honest and authentic to who I am and what I believe about Jesus and speak about him freely. And that opens the door for so many conversations. Being in an industry like that requires you to have a base camp, because it can be very draining if you're the only Christian at your workplace or one of few. So having a church that you're plugged into, a small group or some one-on-ones with people that are mentoring you, just have people on your team that are praying for you, that you can check in with, ask advice from. It makes all the difference. And otherwise it can get really to feel like you're on an island. So that's what I have to share. Thank you. Enjoy winter camp or retreat. Enjoy winter retreat.